Howdy folks, today I'd like to take a casual peek into the G.I. Joe Sigma 6 Firefly action figure set by Hasbro. This set is part of Wave 3 of the Sigma 6 line of G.I. Joe action figures and is a Soldier Class set. This set was first released in 2006, I believe. And I got this set through HasbroToyShop.com when they were clearing out the Sigma 6 line in the summer of 2010, I believe. And I can't remember how much it cost, but it was probably less than $10, most likely $7. Taking a look at the figure here in the package, you can see Firefly here. This is when he was with the Joe team during the short-lived animated run. And you can see that he comes with a few accessories here. Taking a look at the back of the package, you can see a description of Sigma 6 here. And I guess Firefly's card there, bio card, and equipment portfolio. And down below here, you can see other figures from the Sigma 6 line. We have Storm Shadow with Shuri crossbow here, and then we have Long Range with Desert gear, Snake Eyes with Night Ops gear, Arctic Duke, High Tech with the Hound Sentry. Then we have another version of Snake Eyes, Jungle Commando here, and Destro over here. And then you have some roleplay items for G.I. Joe. And some vehicle sets, the Night Ranger quad, the Ninja hovercycle, and the Cobra Ninja hovercycle here. Very interesting line. I really dig this line. We'll be right back and have Firefly here out of the package. Okay, we're back and we have Firefly here out of the package, and he does come with a few accessories, not as many as a Commando class set, but he does come with a few, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at that now. First up we have here, I guess the visual checklist of all of the items that come with the figure. Some of them are on the figure now, some of them are loose. And it's kind of neat that they always include a visual checklist of what's included. And on the other side is instructions on how to use some of the accessories on there. And also how to set and spring the Spin Blast Trap Attack. And we'll take a look at that next. And this is the Spring Blast, what was it called? Spring Blast Spin Attack, or Spin Blast Trap Attack, sorry. And it's pretty neat. It's got these panels that are on hinges that flip out when activated. And these panels have a translucent green on there. It's kind of neat. And here's the pressure sensitive spin or spring mechanism, you could say. And there's the bottom of the trap here, and to activate it you just spin this and basically it winds up the I think it's a coil mechanism, not a spring mechanism, but you just keep spinning this until it clicks there. And you can probably bury this in some loose dirt. I wouldn't put thick dirt on this, otherwise I don't think it will spin. Or put some pieces of paper or some light material around this spin trap mechanism. Let me get this into focus here. And it's pressure sensitive at the top here, right there. And just fold in the panels and just apply the right amount of pressure onto the top of that. And it spins and flips the panels open. So if you had some light material on top of it or some very loose dirt, it'll probably kick it all up when activated. Kind of a neat mechanism or gadget here, and pretty cool. Next thing we have loose here is the mask, and it's made of a softer rubberized material, painted gold with some translucent green eye goggles there, and also translucent green where the breathing areas, I guess, near the mouth right there. That's translucent green as well, and you got some silver accents on the side, and an elastic band to go around the head of the figure. And we'll put this onto the figure in a little bit. Next thing we have are some fire effects on here, and this is to go either with the FSE blaster or the flame stick enhanced blaster, or the gun he has here for a fire effect. And taking a look at one of the two FSE blasters we have on the figure here. Let me just get the figure out of the way. It's basically like a hilt to a sword. I think this is what it was, a hilt to the Snake Eyes, his katanas. They look very similar to that. Basically, you can just stick a blast effect on there, and it's basically a nightstick, a weaponized nightstick there. And that's kind of cool. And he has two of them. He has a pair of them here. I guess you could stick the green one here, and you can dual wield it if you wanted to. And these FSC blasters have pegs on them where you can place them on any peg hole that's on the figure or on an accessory. And that was one of the things about Sigma 6 is all of these ports and pegs and peg holes that you can place stuff on. And these are the pair of FSC blasters. Next thing we'll take a look at is the, I guess the gun that he has here. And you can see he holds it rather well in his right hand. Just take that on there, he's got a trigger finger there. And let me just get the magazine here. And it's kind of a neat blaster here. It's got a muzzle here and a scope. I'm not sure why you need a scope on a pistol, but anyways, he still got one. I guess if it's good for from Escape from New York, it's good for anything. And you got the grip handle there. And here's the magazine with some sculpted rounds on the tip there. And get into focus. There we go. And of course you got the neon green that's typical of Sigma 6. And you can just stick that into there. It's kind of neat how they always separate this piece on their blasters there. And if you wanted to put one of the fire effects, you can just stick it onto the end of the muzzle there, and you have a nice fire effect. And these FSC blasters can also attach to the pistol or gun here. There's a couple slots on either side of the pistol. I guess you could stick that on to the end of the pistol if you wanted to, and he's got 3 barrels in a sense. Triple barrel gun. And if you want to stick the fire effect on the 2 ends there, I guess you could have that. Kind of neat. He's either melee or ranged capable. Now taking a look at Firefly, it's a pretty neat figure. Let me just straighten this guy out. And this is a Sigma 6 figure, so it stands about 8 inches tall on average. For the typical, I guess, figure. The nice thing about Sigma 6, they have different height ranges on their figures. And this one is a typical, I guess, male size figure. Well, actually, there were only males in the Sigma 6 line. They never produced any female figures. But for the typical male figure, it stands about 8 inches on average. And taking a look at Firefly here, he's got that smirk on his face. And this is the Firefly that was part of Sigma 6, or the Joe team, in the early parts of the animated series. And eventually he does go over to Cobra, or he was always with Cobra. I never really watched all of the episodes, so I don't know if he was a spy amongst the Joe ranks or not, or if he just defected. But there is a figure of Firefly as a Cobra villain. And this one here represents Firefly as a Joe member. He even has the Sigma 6 on his suit. You can see there on his chest, and you can see the nice details that that go into the sculpt on this figure. Of course, it's highly stylized. It's not realistic. It's based off of the Sigma 6 cartoon, which was a blend of almost anime-ish quality on their style. And you could see the very angular cuts of this figure. Very nice. I actually like Sigma 6 very much. It's actually one of my favorite sublines of the G.I. Joe line of figures, and I really just dig it. And you can see all of the elastic webbing on here, and it's actually removable with a detachable clip there, and you can actually remove the webbing. I'm not even sure why they included this webbing on the chest, because it doesn't serve any useful purpose other than to look cool. On there are no attachments for a holster or anything on there, but he does have that. He does have this belt here, which is removable on there. Let me just go ahead and take that out and show you here. It's got a neat sculpted pouches on the belt, and you got those peg holes where you can attach all of the accessories, like these FSE blaster and the pistol if you wanted to, or other accessories from the Sigma 6 line. And that's why one of the neat things about Sigma 6 is all that the portholes and interchangeability of accessories on there, which they kind of moved away from towards the end of the line. But during the beginning and the middle part of the Sigma 6 line, they had an emphasis on these peg holes for the accessories. And he does have removable elbow pads, which I won't remove. You can see some slots, various adjustment slots that you can feed through there and place, and he's got knee pads that are removable as well. It's kind of cool. And he is on a typical Sigma 6 male body, which in the early part of the Sigma 6 line was a little bit lanky, which I didn't mind because it fit the animated series pretty well. And he does, this is a Sigma 6 suit, which is, I guess, an inspiration for the Delta 6 suits from the, I guess, the live-action movie on there. And it's kind of cool. It's got lots of neat sculpting. You can see some of the sculpting on the boots, just on the figure. And this particular color scheme for Firefly here complements him very well. I like the color scheme of black, orange, and gold, and a hint of silver throughout. And it's just really makes it a really nice eye-catching type design. And of course, he got his head sculpt here. I think I've already gone through that with his smirk there and his soul patch there, and really nicely sculpted hair there. Very cool on there. Going over his articulation, he's on a typical Sigma 6 body, like I said, early to mid release body, and the head does go all the way around. It does go up and down, and side to side as well. The arms do go all the way around. They do go out and in. No bicep swivel here, but he does have elbow swivel and hinge joints, so you can bend the elbow up and down and move it all the way around here. I got the elbow pad kind of loose there. The hands are on a hinge swivel joint, so you can bend the hands in and out and all the way around. There is torso articulation, allow the body to move forward, up, and a little bit to the back. There is waist articulation, allows you to move the waist all the way around. The legs are on a hinge swivel joint, so it allows the legs to go up, down, to the back, out to the side. And you can rotate the leg all the way around at the hip there. There is a hinge swivel joint at the knee, allows the knee to go in and out and all the way around. And the foot is on a hinge joint that allows the foot to go up and down. Overall, a really neat design for this figure. For a Soldier Class figure, does come with some decent accessories. And I just really like the overall look to this guy. It's pretty cool, especially with that smirk on his face. It's a really nice figure. This is my casual peek into the G.I. Joe Sigma 6 Firefly action figure set. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.